you want me to call you, Mommy?
Ni afumpampa, boshura moki. inigu daiji liska wa.
I was starting to think we'd have to finish without you.
You've got no idea what you just got yourself into.
You don't say. Why don't you come a little closer and explain it to me?
Ambush, run!
You aren't saying anything your friend doesn't already know. You know, Grand Champion, you've got talent. The Overseers would have scouted you eventually. We could have helped you make a real mark on the galaxy. Now you'll have to settle for your gaudy title and the price on your head.
Who are you working for?
We share a name you won't recognize. Geno Harridan. We solve the Republic's problems, remove troublemakers, keep things running smoothly. Bounty hunting isn't a game, whatever the Mandalorians think. It's serious business, with serious consequences. Consequences you're about to become intimately familiar with.
Torian, you're okay. Oh, stars, am I glad you're okay.
Sorry. Shouldn't have let this happen. I owe you. Again. My turn to be bait, I guess.
You able to move out?
Definitely.
Hey, one of these creeps is still alive and kicking.
How? This should have been total overkill.
Buddy, I'll show you overkill.
It was just a job. The Overseer says kill, I kill. You know how it is. I don't get a say. I want out. I don't care how good the money is. It's not worth it.
You're begging the wrong person. Your call.
Torian, he's not worth it.
Dues paid. Finished?
You know, I was actually starting to miss you. Mako, get back and pull together some data for our next target.
Got it. Be careful, you two. Glad to see you both made it back okay. That is the last time I let you go off without a chaperone.
Looks like I'm grounded. We back on the hunt?
I think it's safe to proceed.
One of Tormund's lackeys forwarded a star chart to a system called Voss. The place isn't even on most maps yet. There's a lot of scuttlebutt about Voss's discovery on the HoloNet, but it's pretty far-fetched stuff even for spacer superstition. The astrogation computer's updated and ready to go when you are.
You got crummy taste and company. Had enough with that skinny broad and the little twerp trying to walk tall. And I don't get how that squeaking thing in the belly-aching dandy ain't become target practice yet. How'd a hard case like you get tangled up with such a bunch of dainties?
It'd be a mistake to underestimate any of my crew.
Yeah? I ain't buying it. None of your tag-alongs would have lasted 2 minutes with any of my crowd.
So you've said. Was there something else?
You want to run with losers? Ain't my problem.
Never thanked you. Not making a big deal over me taking off. Good to see my brothers are still alive. Corellia owes me 50 credits.
Never leave a debt, Torian.
He's good for it. Been meaning to ask something. Mandalore tell you the race SWTOR when you were adopted into his clan?
There was a lot of stuff in Mandalorian. Could have been talking about the weather for all I know.
Sorta what I thought. Race SWTOR means 6 actions. The core of Mandalorian life. Speaking the language is a big one. I could teach you, if you're up for it.
Learning a new language sounds like a lot of work I don't get paid for.
Guess we'd better move on then. Been working on a new shot. Something I picked up watching you. Want to check it out?
Let's see it.
Think it'd be best to try it in a real firefight. Let's get to work. The sooner we're moving, the sooner you can see me in action. Ever eaten Mandalorian food? At your adoption, maybe?
How would I tell if it were Mando cooking?
If your sinuses got burned, it was probably Mandalorian. Edicles, nose burn. That's how you know it's good. Thought I'd put something together next chance I got. Interested?
I won't turn down a hot meal.
Let you know next time I'm headed to the galley.
So, what do you know about Hylo Viz?
I've heard the name. She was some big-time spacer, wasn't she?
You could put it that way if you're partial to understatement. She broke the Mandalorian blockade at the Hydian Way. You know, the one that strangled Coruscant and dashed a full-scale Jedi assault. And it wasn't out of the goodness of her heart, either. Credits were involved. A lot of them.
I like her already.
She was quite the lady. You could say that run was the height of her career, but that's only because she dropped off the scanners not long after. Most think the Hutts were behind Hylo's disappearance, but anyone who knew her could tell you they'd have better odds winning a marathon. No, she's still out there. Somewhere.
Never took you for the type to get starstruck.
What? No. We've got history. Hylo was my old partner. More than that. That blockade run was the last thing we ever did together. Like I said, a lot of credits were involved. When I saw the opportunity, I took off and left Hylo holding the bag. Stupid.
Reassuring.
Hey, I said it was stupid. I learned my lesson. Listen, I found out that an old associate from that blockade run is still around and kicking. A mutual acquaintance. I owe Hylo one last visit. If he knows where she's been laying low all this time, I've got to track him down.
Okay, I'm not looking. Promise. This is great, Blizz. I'll be sure to show it off to everyone. What makes them irreplaceable? Just try not to get your hopes up, alright?
I am truly honored to serve such a personage as you, Master. History...
The Empire graciously welcomes you to Voss Orbital. Ambassador Yoran deeply regrets that he was unable to greet you personally. I've been instructed to emphasize the delicate situation you're walking into before you head for the surface. The Ambassador is concerned that your business could jeopardize the Empire's interests on Voss.
If you aren't my contact, quit wasting time.
I must insist I've been given explicit instructions to make sure you understand the gravity of the situation. The Voss are stubbornly isolationist and abundantly aware of their own value to the Republic and the Empire. It is vital that the Empire fosters goodwill. You must remain on your best behavior.
We're still talking.
If you cause an incident because I didn't warn you, I'll be directly responsible. I'll be quick. The Cardinal rules. No outsiders allowed in Voskar. No fighting in front of the Voss, and please just avoid the Mystics altogether. That's it! Please don't kill me.
Whatever they're paying you to pester me, it ain't enough.
I'm sorry to have bothered you. I'll go inform the Ambassador that you're coming.
I'm pretty sure that's exactly why they sent him.
You there, hold a moment. My servant offers only platitudes about our Empire's progress here on Voss. I want the truth of things. Tell me the real state of our efforts here. Do you believe these Voss will submit themselves to us soon?
I got better things to do.
You refuse to answer me. Are you really so callous with your own life? Perhaps you feel confident because you serve my rivals and think they can protect you. Is that the way of it? You flee from my questions to keep me from reaching the truth? To lead me into a dangerous miscalculation?
You're a few bolts short of a droid.
Only a fool toys with death. Leave me, and feel fortunate that I am in no mood to risk the Empire's work by destroying you in the streets of Voskar.
You came promptly. Thank the stars. The less time you spend mixing with the locals, the better. I trust my aide was quite explicit in informing you of the need for discretion here.
I couldn't get him to shut up about it.
I told him if there was any confusion on the matter, he'd be taking the step of harmony. That said, I look forward to being rid of General Redrish. That woman will be the death of me, if you aren't.
Enough with the doom and gloom. I'm not here to listen to you whine.
Perhaps plotting the General's undoing will put me in a better mood. The Empire has lost a number of newly conquered worlds due to her interference, and we may well lose this one unless she's removed. Unfortunately, we're going to have to take the roundabout course, push her into the open.
Any persons or interests she'd have a personal stake in protecting?
Imperial intelligence suspects that she's behind the guerrilla attacks on our forces here, but we can't prove it. I believe your best course of action would be to root out General Redrish's officers in the field and gather evidence of her involvement.
You're telling me I can't touch her, but I can shoot up her officers?
You can't touch her here. Out in the wilderness, away from prying eyes, anything could happen. I'm afraid casualty reports are all we have to go on. You'll have to search around the ambush points for signs of the enemy. Take this holo recorder. If you make any discoveries, transmit the evidence to my frequency.
I'm overqualified for this job.
Keeping a low profile for once isn't going to kill you.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business. Have a safe and pleasant stay.
Buster. Pretty sidekick, Buster. Get it now.
Perimeter, report. Perimeter. Those charges, Prime Sergeant.
Perimeter's on radio silence. Permanently.
Stars, that was fast. No time. Hit her with everything we've got.
It looks worse than it is. They were counting on the explosives to finish the job.
Finish nothing. There's enough detonite here to atomize their entire camp.
Right, maybe you should take a look at this.
Keep real still while I check this out.
I won't sneeze if you won't.
Hawk's Nest compromised. Full retreat. Operation Cave-In underway. Final transmission. Harrier 1 out. Harrier 1 to Peregrine. The garrison at Fort Cadentha appears to be sending out patrols of Imperial troops. Flights recalled and circling. What's the situation, General? Please advise.
Peregrine. Has to be General Redrish.
Harrier 1, expect more. Yoren's convinced the Voss to allow Imperial troops to bolster Voskha's defenses against the Gormak. Monitor their patrols. If they stray too far, show the Voss how ill-prepared Imperials are for Gormak attacks. Peregrine out.
That'll teach them not to scrub the drives.
I've got something for you. Transmitting now.
Now, what have we here? Oh, this is better than I could have hoped. I might even convince the Voss to hand her over for trial with this.
Don't even think about taking credit for this.
If your actions here lead to General Redrish's downfall, you'll have more than earned your due. I'll handle things from here. Return to my office and lay low until I return. Hunter, have you returned? Oh, never mind. It doesn't matter. Whatever you're doing, stop. I need you here immediately.
Say please.
I don't have time for your antics. The Voss have agreed to hear the accusations I've made against General Redrish, but they've also agreed to her request to face her accuser. She named you specifically to be called to account and submit to questioning.
I'm not getting paid to put up with this garbage.
If you don't show, the Voss will likely dismiss our grievances. Do you want General Redrish or not?
All right, I'm in.
This is the Assembly Hall's location. Hurry, I don't want the Voss to think we're stalling.
I apologize that the Empire has decided to waste your time today.
You won't smooth things over with a smile this time. The evidence of your guilt is as plain as day.
Your holo recordings? I was really expecting you to have fabricated something a little more tangible, Ambassador. And your only witness is a known terrorist.
You people set all that up to make me look bad.
Sounds familiar? You're a Mandalorian. Your people have made unprovoked acts of war against the Republic and conducted genocides against entire species. Do you deny it?
Mandalorians fight to better themselves. You should be flattered we even consider you a worthy opponent.
We'd certainly rather you consider not being our opponent at all. Tell us, how do you acquire this evidence of yours?
Your subordinates provided everything I needed.
That's preposterous. This is exactly why I asked to face my accuser. The Empire expects you to take the word of a hired killer, instead of a respected official who's proven her commitment to the Voss people time and again. You will remember it is I who agreed to make the pilgrimage to the Shrine of Healing to show my solidarity with the Voss.
An idle promise. My associate can just as easily agree to make this pilgrimage.
Then take the trials, outsiders. That will reveal true character. We have concluded.
You have shown us much. Safe journeys.
It appears I've been spared. My soldiers' deaths were not in vain. I've spent months preparing for the trials. They're going to kill you. Ambassador?
That went about as I expected. As to this trials business, I had to show the Voss we're willing to do anything the Republic will do. You understand?
Ever heard the phrase, pick your battles?
Wait, calm down. This might be the opportunity we've been looking for. These trials are obviously deadly. If General Redrish were not to return from her pilgrimage, it would hardly be unexpected.
I'd rather kick back and wait for her to get herself killed.
No. If General Redrish is willing to take the trials, she must know how to pass them. Completing the trials would make her revered by the Voss. She can't be allowed to succeed. Fadith Kai is an influential figure at the Pilgrim camp and is not hostile to us. See if he has any insight on getting you into this Shrine of Healing.
Welcome. Please select an available travel route.
outsider. My master saw you were coming. He awaits in the cloister of meditation.
Who do I have to thank for the warm welcome?
Dokoth Ra, the Elder. You will see him.
You going to make me?
He saw you come? You will come. The cloister of meditation is near, but secluded. Follow the silence.
Pilgrims are so few now, and outsiders.
Why are you wasting my time?
Change has come to Voss. Voss must come to change. The outsider woman you seek will be the agent of that change.
How much do you know about my business with General Redrish?
She told me you would follow, and your intentions.
Hey, what gives? You guys aren't supposed to be taking sides.
Stay in peace, and leave in time. No harm will come, unless you resist.
Sorry, I've got a job to do.
My regrets. Restrain her? My gift is not foresight, but I see your fate is not for us to decide.
That mean you won't try anything else?
We cannot stop what must come to pass. The human woman has gone. She has left for Gomakos. Our hope goes with her.
Why stick your neck out for a stranger?
There are no words between a Voss and Gormak, only violence. The outsider woman carries an offer of peace. Commandos stand vigil over Gomakos. Their commander may witness the outsider's passing.
Thanks for the information. No hard feelings.
A fool curses fate. Go in peace.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
Outsider, rest, take shelter, return home. Only Gormak territory lays beyond.
Thanks, but trespassing comes with the job.
One outsider has already been taken by the Gormak today.
This outsider happened to be a human female?
Yes, it was.
The Gormak attacked. She surrendered.
She wasn't looking for a fight.
Normally, the enemy knows only murder. The woman was taken towards the Gormak beast pens. Her fate is sealed.
Show me where they took her.
I will point out the place. Be cautious.
Best prices this side of the galaxy. You check. Appreciate your business. Take a look at the stock. What can I get you? Appreciate your business.
now. Oh boy, I don't think we're the crowd favorite.
Kimakio Vagetochum, Amin Swan Trombobus. Kasei Kidikoan Nikorvas, Don Mostaloren Kyotavoka. Anga, so ye fagor vote layan sumata.
Hand over the outsider you captured, and nobody else has to get hurt.
Isongin fan gramakvan, kachoden. Ne so fun de ko nagda neva de aknan ni matan. Fe kom ni go dan lai, chofei nak chong atamso.
Not just a pretty sidekick, Buster. Quantay lapa, uwag mo naudan, piukuto ba? Vlakan vam dao, yatrat vipam laogron. Gronati boy kon koniga lampu.
You aren't the only ones who want to see her punished.
I kuni bam na tam sagoriti. No vana grosay. Wale kon patron bigay tupa.
Tell me where to find these doubters. I'll make sure she gets what's coming to her.
Huawaska, bam ki ngungham trongwan lao, the chow troksha.
Better late than never.
Oh, I wish say, Haduram. La no wike guan vikondui.
I'll show you the ropes, if it gets me out without trouble.
Wamingwang, kam jiwan kwamak gilan va. Isongin fan gramakvan, kachoden.
The less you have to think before you act, the better.
Boy siguro, uvak, ramba, gabafute. No vana grosay, wale kon patron bigay tupa. Dan foy vutagan aknan chok tontay, vebegor nesafun. Nigo woy napway chakamran, kumongi woy he triole.
I'll try not to lose my head.
Kumniku wai bam lui chotai fai lai angor sun ei lam sayo.
Huavaska, Ban King Vungham Tromwan Lao, the Chow Troksha.
Vehicle pads are currently open for business.
I expected we'd cross paths again, but not here.
You're keeping interesting company these days, General.
It's not hard to find people who share a desire for peace and prosperity. A Mandalorian wouldn't understand. I'm so close to getting these people on speaking terms, and you're about to throw it all away. For what, money? Tell me you're not that petty.
You're between me and a man spouting lies. Nothing personal.
I think that's a small sacrifice for peace. Nothing personal. Show her what you're made of.
You're gonna get it now.
Wait! Cease fire! This is a losing battle.
Finally dawned on you that resisting is pointless?
I had to try. Now I have to deal. This is a pivotal moment in this planet's history. I won't let our squabbles get in the way. If you'll allow these Gormak to return home, I'll lay down my weapon.
You're going to sacrifice yourself for perfect strangers?
No. I'm going to keep them from sacrificing themselves for something as insignificant as my life. Jedi and Sith waged war here centuries ago, both manipulating these people into fighting their battles for them. It's all painted here on these walls. Now, we've come full circle. These people deserve better than to be exploited by galactic politics. Give them a fighting chance.
Couldn't care less about the Gormak.
You think they'll really make peace? I hope so.
Thank you. Go. Others need to know what we found here. Do what you came to do.
Hold that pose.
I had her pegged all wrong.
We're done here. I've captured General Redrish.
You're back. Oh, I hadn't heard one word since you left for the trials. I thought she'd got the best of you. I suppose no news is good news in this case. If you'd raised any suspicion capturing her, I'd have heard about it. Whatever General Redrish's plans were, it seems we've avoided the fallout.
I'm sure my payment will reflect the extra care.
This is the most relieved I've felt in months. I might even actually sleep tonight. Take this with my gratitude. It'll complement the sum of credits Darth Tormund sent quite nicely.
Your gratitude is appreciated, Ambassador.
I'll send word of your success to Darth Tormund promptly. Farewell.
Something on your mind?
Family. Not much of Clan Kader left. Aren't close either. Got spread out after the schism.
You should arrange a gathering. Get the clan together.
Never had reason to celebrate our heritage before. Ordo, Kelborn, Etera, they all recovered. I think it was a shame they kept us apart. Feud's settled now. Maybe it's time. Scene 15. Been thinking about something Corellia said. Thought he'd be seeing some real action again soon. You think he meant it? Or was that just talk?
It's just eating you up that he might go to war while you don't.
A little. Almost hope he's wrong. This armor might not be up to a decent fight.
That's some kind of hint that you want to buy new armor?
Not something you can buy. Mandalore gave you a piece of Beskar Gom, didn't he? Should be made of Beskar. Only our people can work it.
Never heard of it. Why is it important?
It's stronger than Durasteel. Can take lightsaber hits if it has to. Can't find better. This can wait. We ought to get to work.
Welcome back, Master. I've just completed a new...
I caught up with that old associate from the blockade run. Old Quan and I had a nice little chat. He was surprised to see me, to say the least.
Can you trust him to keep quiet about your new identity?
Oh, I'd say he'll remain mum on the subject indefinitely. Don't give me that look. I bought his last round. Before I had to end Quan's retirement prematurely, I convinced him to fill me in on some gaps in our history since the blockade run. When the Hutts came looking for their return investment, Hylo Viz smuggled herself off to Republic space with the help of another free trader.
That definitely increases her odds of being alive.
I'm not so sure, given where she was headed. Remember Zale Barrows? She cut a deal with that twerp to hide her on Belsavis. If she's still stuck there, this is my chance to swoop in to the rescue. I've got to go after her.
It seems like you owe her a lot more than that, but it's a start.
If I don't make it, well, thanks. I don't think Tiresias would have ever gotten this opportunity.
When did you get back?
Oh, a little while ago. I wasn't exactly in a talkative mood. My little pipe dream involving Hylo went about as you'd have expected.
I'm here, if you want to get it off your chest.
I'm not exactly used to spilling my guts, but okay. After all these years, I finally caught up with her, and she hadn't changed a bit. I found her on Belsavis in some sort of stasis chamber. It was like I just left.
She wasn't in a forgiving mood.
If she'd had a blaster, she'd have shot me the moment she came to. Lucky for me, she recognized that prison wasn't the place to hash things out. She took off the first chance she got. Hardly the reunion I was looking for, but I got her out of that pit. That counts for something, right?
She'd have been stuck down there forever if you hadn't.
She deserved better than that. Hey, who needs love anyway? Thanks. If you'll excuse me, I need to create a hangover to nurse.
I've been thinking running with you ain't so bad. More downtime than I'd like, but at least it ain't like being in the can. Too much time between killings on the inside.
I'm guessing Belsavis wasn't the first place you did time?
I don't get pinched often, but when they got me, they try and hang on. Ain't all bad. Best place to meet the real scum of the universe. Get connected. Lockup took me from the streets to the major leagues.
I prefer to meet my contacts through the usual channels.
Doing a job don't get you leverage. Get someone on the inside to owe you. That means something. Shared a cell with a Hutt cartel gangster once. Helped him bust out. Got introduced to the family. Had a couple good years being an enforcer, before those slimy two-faced slugs tried to bump me off.
Remember the guy Coral said was after her? Isaac, the one we were supposed to stop on Drummond Koss?
Find something out?
A little bit. He's SIS, no surprise there, so there's not much to find. Except for this. He's assigned to Project 32. The same project all my relatives seem to be associated with.
You got any idea what that means?
I don't know yet. He's important, though, I can tell you that much. Searching for his name tripped all kinds of security, so don't be surprised if a lot of uniforms are looking for us. I think I might take up a new hobby for a while. A safer one, like, Nexu grooming.
My subordinates tell me that you dealt with the privateer and the Kawati woman.
There's nothing keeping the plan from moving forward.
Good. The campaign on Raban is coming to a close. I will direct my forces towards a full-scale assault on Corellia. Rendezvous with my flagship, the Tyrant, in Raban's outsystem.
I am Captain Evelyn, commanding officer of the Tyrant. You are Darth Tormund's bounty hunter?
What's with the blaster fire in the background?
We've been boarded. The situation is bad. Republic Special Forces slipped on board during our troop withdrawal. They've completely overrun the command decks. It won't be long before we lose the bridge. If you act quickly, we might be able to turn things around.
Darth Tormund can't handle this himself?
He went to deal with the attackers personally, but his soldiers are sealed off from the bulk of the fighting. The borders initiated a complete lockdown, trapping our defenders and the subdecks. I need you to undo their tampering. With their overrides disabled, we can unseal the lock decks from the bridge, so Darth Tormund and his soldiers can retake control.
Those Republic dogs are as good as dead.
The borders are not your primary concern. No unnecessary risks. I'm transmitting the location of the ship's network junctions. Restore the systems and we can handle the rest. I've opened the docking bays and disabled our weapons. You can make a safe landing if you hurry. The window of opportunity is...
Now or never.
If we're going to land, we better do it before the boarders get the turbo lasers back online.
The Imperials aren't gonna save themselves.
Never do.
Pretty sidekick, Buster. No sweat.
You must be the bounty hunter Captain Evelyn contacted. Thanks for the rescue. Once they killed the captain, we thought the fight was as good as done.
Just because he's dead doesn't mean this was a freebie.
Oh, yes, of course. We're in your debt. We need a few minutes to override the lockdown, but we're finished if we have to hold off another attack. Will you assist in defending the bridge?
Anyone stepping through that door gets blasted back out.
Get those lower decks unsealed, ASAP. My lord, it's a relief to see you unscathed.
Where is Captain Evelyn?
The captain's dead, sir, my lord.
And yet you avoided his fate.
Yes, I mean, no. We were
Well, I'm not sleeping tonight.
I have you to thank for a ship.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Have this ship operational by the time we are finished. I'm mobilizing my entire division to Corellia. The rebellion will be crushed. Corellia will fall, but military victory will not be enough. I do not want the Republic merely defeated. They must submit.
And a corpse can't grovel. I get it. Who do you want?
There is a massive resistance supporting the Republic's defense of Corellia. You will secure the rebel leaders. I will make them kneel. When the rebellion bows before Corellia's rightful leaders, our trap will be set.
What happens once this trap is sprung?
A compact will be signed publicly. Corellia's governor will demand that the Supreme Chancellor ratify the treaty and withdraw Republic forces. The Supreme Chancellor will have to acknowledge that the Corellians have chosen Imperial rule, but not before June Saros convinces him that his Jedi can turn the tide.
Saros shows his face, I blow it off. When do we start?
Immediately. I have sent my forces ahead, under command of General Crow. Meet with him and proceed according to plan. When the Tyrant is hyperspace capable, I will join you.
Galaxy will continue trembling at your approach if it knows what's good for it, Master. Make those